welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit since I've been on here and made any type of videos really, or been a part of the channel. I hope you enjoyed the last one with the drive on the Dragon. This weekend I'm actually going to be going to VIR, or Virginia International Raceway. They're having an event. I think it's the Porsche of Carolinas is doing an event this weekend. I will be just doing Saturday, so I'm going to hopefully have some footage in this video from this weekend with the Mustang. I've done several different things to it since over the course of the last couple months. Just yesterday I put some track brakes pads back on the car. I don't run those full time because they're pretty hard on the rotors. Whenever I went to Road Atlanta there a couple months ago, I left them on a little bit too long and it actually warped, or ended up warping the rotors, I believe. They just didn't feel very good. So I had to get some new blanks. So I'm hopeful this weekend I'll just have a new learning experience. I do actually have to be instructed still yet because this is only my second track event. In December I should be going to Road Atlanta if things pan out, if things work out, which it should. There should be no reason for it not to. I guess the weather cooperates. Road Atlanta last time in September was really fun. It was a big learning experience, a lot different than driving a lot of the roads around here, even more so than the Dragon or the Snake or any of those. It's different using the whole road versus just staying in your lane. It's different also being on the road and having other cars pass you. So that's a whole different experience, but it's really fun. So this time actually I got a new wheel set up. They're 18 by 9.5s. A little bit smaller than what I really wished I'd went. I wish I'd went with something that I could put a 305 all the way around. I think right now I have 275 40 18s on there. Still the Firestone Indy 500s. They work pretty well in the staggered setup, the staggered configuration that I had back at Road Atlanta. So I think that they'll do well this time. Next year, if I continue with this, which I'm hopeful to be able to do a few more track events next year, I have a couple places I would like to go. Maybe Barber, I think is the name of the place I want to try, and I guess maybe potentially going back to VIR, depending on how this weekend goes. I do want to do a couple more track events. I do plan to do a couple more things to the car between now and next year. It needs some struts. Right now it's still running the stock struts, and I did not have the performance, I think it's performance pack version of the car, so they are just the OEM normal GT struts. I do have, of course, upgraded springs and some other suspension components done to the car, which has been helpful. I mean, it works, it does really good. The car handles really well, but we'll just kind of see how this weekend goes and how fast I can go. It's, again, first time on this track. It's only second time being on a track, so I don't expect to go very fast. I just want to have a good time. So I hope you all enjoy the footage and enjoy me for this ride. And I hope to be able to make some more videos moving forward. That's the idea. That was the whole idea of this channel, was actually to bring you along for some of the journeys, maybe do some more photography things. I know winter's up on us, but there's still some things that can be done during the winter. I might revert back to some landscape things at least, or maybe some Jeep drives during this winter time. Hopefully we'll have some good snow. I live in Southwest Virginia, or near the Northeast Tennessee border, so it just depends. Sometimes we get good snow, sometimes it's a bust. It's been a while since we've had a really good winter. I think last winter we had one really good snow. Had some good footage or good pictures or photos from that snowstorm. I might post some of those in this video. I'm hopeful that this year we'll have a couple more than that, because that was really the only one we had, and I think it was at the end of January or the middle of January time frame. So if there's any other videos you all I would like, I know I pose this question quite often. I do want to continue or get back into trying to grow this channel again over the course of the next year. I kind of got out of it. I missed the Slammed Enough show in October. I really enjoyed going to that one. I was surprised they actually held that, because they had planned to actually cancel it. The one at least in Sevierville. So I'm hoping to go back to that if they have it again next year, and also in a couple more car shows. Throw in some road course events, maybe some autocross events. I do plan to try to keep the Mustang more of a track-based or track-oriented type vehicle. I'm not going to do anything to the motor engine. It's going to stay stock, which I'm fine with. I mean, it has plenty of power. I think that if you overdo the power with whenever you're trying to do something with handling or going fast in curves, that it can become too much, honestly. I mean, I haven't used the amount of power that it has right now on the track, so honestly I want to be able to get to that amount. And I think that with consumables being so expensive on a car that heavy, adding more power will just make it even more expensive and honestly take away the fun from it. So the power, it's fast enough. I'm good with that. I think that, focusing more on making it quicker in terms of suspension, the struts, some more bushings, some just more suspension bits over the course of the next year. Maybe fiddling with the alignment settings. I do have a lifetime alignment, which has been, that's great to have. If you have the ability to have a location that does lifetime alignments, I highly recommend that. It's nice to be able to do an adjustment or change out struts or make a change on your suspension and just go to the alignment shop and not have to worry about paying for it each time. Especially if you have a place that you can trust, that you can actually ask for a certain type of setting that you're looking for, and they're willing to make that change for you. So that's really nice to have. But maybe do some alignment settings or adjustments and just test around with it. Even though the roads around here aren't necessarily like the track, it is nice to be able to do those changes and maybe go to the back of the Dragon or the tail of the Dragon or one of the Dragons, the mini Dragons in this area, which I kind of find pretty funny that they're all named after that. But anyways, to be able to go test some of the roads in the area, because they are really good drives. But again, if there's any content that y'all would like in the course of the next year, I hope that you all will join me. I appreciate you all for the ones that have been around or stuck around and the ones that have subscribed. I highly encourage you all to continue to subscribe. It does help out. I mean, it's just nice to have that because I do, again, want to be able to get this channel bigger. So again, thank you all, and I hope you all enjoy this video.